Yeah, so now last year, I want to know if you guys caught the same flack as Diego caught, but how strong your team was. You guys are beating people by wide margins. Um,
Yeah.
have you,
Yeah, Mike. I got some of the heat, like, and where I come from, like my coach always taught, like you teach bad habits when you're up just because your kids are more skilled. You're teaching bad habits for your kids not to play hard. So, I understand what Diego's saying, and I'm kind of on that same line where, you putting five guys on the floor, you can't penalize our kids for being more skilled. Your kids just have to work harder and get better. So I'm on that same level where it's not personal. We have a job to do, and you're putting five guys on the court. We got to get better because we're looking long term as far as the state tournament. So I need to prepare my guys. So we're going to go out and we're going to play. I'm not really looking at the score. I'm looking at what my kids are doing on the floor. We got to work on some things. I mean, if we're up 20, 25 points, I can't. I mean, we try to do the best we can not to embarrass people, but at the end of the day, my kids are trying to play basketball and they're playing hard. So I don't want to teach. I feel like you teach bad habits when you say, stop, don't do this, don't do that. I feel like you're teaching bad habits when you're telling kids, like, don't play hard. And I have a hard time with telling my kids not to play hard. I do. Because I was brought up, well, you play hard all the time. So, and I know my coach, my former high school coach who's retired now, say, that's not what I taught you. I taught you play hard all the time. So, like I'm telling my guys, we got to play hard. It's not personal. Because if they play hard all the time, they're going to play hard when it comes to the state tournament. So I'm thinking the bigger picture, Mike.
yeah,
I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings because that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to prepare my kids. And if you
right.
teach your kids to play hard, if you're telling your kids to play hard, but then you go in the game and you tell them not to play, it's like you're contradicting what you're telling your kids to do. So,
Right, it
I'm
doesn't
not,
make sense. It
no,
doesn't make
so,
sense, and also that kid that comes off the bench when you have to cut playing time because you think you're blowing him out, then you're going to tell that kid to slow down. That's trying to win time for himself, and you try like you get
no,
one
I can't.
opportunity.
Yeah, it's the last kid on the bench, the last five kids on the bench who don't get to play, and they get to play, and you got to say you can't play hard, or you got to.
Yeah,
We're going to play hard. You can move the basketball around. I'm not telling you to take quick shots, but you're going to play hard. I'm never going to tell a kid not to play hard. I just, unfortunately, I can't do that because I feel like I'm sending the wrong message in
right.
practice. I'm saying this, but then in the game, I'm saying, okay, now you can't play. You don't play a lot now, but now you're in the game and you can't play hard. I mean,
Exactly.
no, I mean, we can move the basketball around and do things like that, but I'm never going to tell my kids not to play hard because I think I would be sending my kids the wrong message.